still here. Yeah. And I hear her scream, enthusiasm! Well, we are writing songs, so that's...
Yes.
you know, I focus on one thing at a time.
Yeah.
If they ask us to tour, we've been there all along.
Yes.
We never left.
No, I'm so happy to see you back in the scene now, you know, with everyone, although you've always been there, but to get the accolades that you deserve.
I had one foot in the grave for...
No, I understand that phase too, yeah.
But the other foot was still kicking in the air.
Right, yeah.
You know, the Killer album had a lot of different types of songs on it. There weren't two songs alike.
Right.
And so, in that respect, this is like Killer because we're going a lot of different directions, but it doesn't sound like Killer to me. But
you're not going with song-specific stuff.
But I like it. I like the direction it's going.
Yeah,
you can't type that arrangement.
Yeah, that's a pretty elaborate arrangement.
There will be. I think people will enjoy it. I'm enjoying writing the songs, and we haven't even really started wrestling with them.
Up in the morning, you know.
He's still, I recognize you. You go to brother because you signed out.
You made it. Yeah, I brought a briefcase full of pictures, so they got a bunch of pictures for Cindy's book. It's too late for yours.
I gave up pizza, pasta.
Monica. And Monica, what's your last name?
Lauer.
Monica Lauer. She's famous for a famous line she did on one of Alice's best albums ever, and she's going to recreate it right now for you. 1, 2, 3.
Where's Daddy? He's been gone for so long. Do you think he'll ever come home?
They were in Chicago and they were finishing the album, and I was hanging out there trying to get a ride back to the hotel, and finally Alice comes running out and he says, "I need you to say a line." Because I always talk like, or I always did talk like that.
Oh, okay.
And I go, "Say a line, what are you talking about?" He goes, "I need you to say these 3 lines like in that little girl's voice." So I said, "Okay, fine." And I went in there and I did it, and there you have it.
You know why that makes a song? Because here's this innocent little girl, and her dad's in an insane asylum, and you see it through the girl's eyes. You don't. I mean, when you see it through his eyes, well, he's just some crazy guy. But you think of the girl at home, and you think, oh, so you actually made that song tender. Kind of like, they should have had you do it for Dead Babies too. They should have had you done a Dead Baby thing.
Tell them next time I see him, get them.
Well, tell them they'll be watching this. Tell Alice you want him to do a Dead Baby.
What's your name?
Marc Friedlander. I'm here with Monica, one of my heroes. I didn't even know she existed. Heroin.
Heroin.
Well, not that kind of heroin.
Well, right.
You never recorded again? That was your one thing?
That was my claim to fame. Actually, a girlfriend of mine knew them. She talks me into it. I pick her up, we go to the whiskey, and I looked at them. I said, "You dragged me out of bed for this?" I looked at them and thought, she's going to be... But then, the minute we all started talking, and we became friends for life.
Yeah, because they're like regular guys. You know, they met in high school. They're
More
like
than regular guys. They are the funnest people to be around.
And I think they're a little more intelligent than most rock stars. You know, they threw in a lot more creativity.
They're very quick-witted.
Yeah.
They're quick-witted. You have to have intelligence. So.
Cindy and her friend, you know, the two blonde California-looking gals, you know. So they asked them, they said, "Oh, you look like managers," and he said, "Yeah, we are." Yeah, they weren't managers. Not until that day, right?
That became a manager right there.
But you should have.
I should get you to sign like
Okay.
Awesome, that'll work.
Yeah, I should go back up to
Got a good close-up. Well, let me get a photo though. So, you were their manager.
I was.
Is this with Shep or?
Shep and I came out from college back in 1968 for a week and stayed about 5 years. Met the band and we started Live Enterprises. So we met these 2 beautiful random girls, Cindy and her friend Linda, and I think the conversation went, my brother's in a band, they're looking for a manager.
Oh.
What do you do?
So Cindy approached you then.
They said, we're managers.
I'm a manager. But if Cindy would have said that she had a leak in her roof,
You're a plumber.
I would have been a roofer.
If you have a bathroom on your roof.
If the sink was broken, I would have said I was a plumber.
Yeah, all right. Well, it worked. So who came up with the name Alive Enterprises?
That's a very good question.
This was Joey, though.
Yeah, that's true. How did you know that?
Joey.
How do you know that?
I know you well.
The V was Joey.
This was.
Let's make the V a piece.
Okay, you look a little too young for the original Alice Cooper group, but did you discover them later or something like that? Or you fan of the new Alice Cooper?
Definitely Alice Cooper group. Alice Cooper group.
ACG, okay.
Not like you, but I don't know, just being a teenager, like punk rock. Black eyeliner.
How about you? What's your favorite Alice song?
Right now, I would say probably Lace and Whiskey.
Wow, that's a good song.
As I listened to like 7 records in a row today, I was like, what am I? What song is on which?
Did you listen to Muscle of Love?
Yes, that's a great album. I love the packaging for it.
Do you like Muscle of Love?
Big Apple Dreaming.
What's your favorite song from Muscle of Love?
Oh my god. What's that?
I like Never Been Sold Before.
I'm trying to remember the name of the song.
Crazy Little Child.
Yeah. No.
Roger.
No.
Roger.
Yeah, I can't remember. I got a little high before coming here, so.
I should have. So who have we here? You guys you're a musician, I heard, right?
I don't do music. I'm technician, guitar technician.
A female guitar technician.
Yeah.
Not that many of them, huh?
I think so.
And what does a guitar technician do? Just tunes it, or
No, just checks it up, tunes, checks the amps as well, so it's not just...
do you work with a particular band or whoever?
Yeah, I work for Ronnie Wood.
Ronnie Wood.
Yeah. I'm here to get the books. Dennis's Alice
So you're a
Cooper
fan. So you're a fan of Dennis.
Alice Cooper
You're a fan of Alice Cooper.
And Dennis, obviously the band from the early days till 74 mainly.
That's their best stuff.
The best time, love it to death, and Killer. That's my favorite. That's how it all started. That's how I started playing guitar.
Oh, you play guitar.
Yeah, that's.
So was Glenn Buxton was your influence?
And Michael. What I liked was $1 Billion Babies.
Oh.
Ding, 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 ding. I'm sometimes in bands, but right
Maybe
now.
if ACG gets back together, you can take over for Glenn. Orianti did it. You can do it. You can be the next Orianti.
The original Alice Cooper band, and I can play.
You kind of have a Glenn look with the hair. You kind of have a Buxton kind of
And
look
then
there.
white SG Gibson, that would be it.
Yeah. And who do we have here? Who are you?
Hi, I'm her friend.
You're her friend. And you're the drum technician. Something tells me Sylvia's not as big of a fan of Alice Cooper as Anna is. Am I right about that? I bet Sylvia doesn't even know the songs that well either.
Josh.
Josh, okay. And you're going to make a virtual reality video of this event.
Yeah, well, not the whole event. We just did a little 2-minute segment of a 360 VR camera.
Okay.
While Dennis was signing a book just to kind of give him some variety and content.
Do you see music videos being done in virtual reality someday?
They're being done right now.
Are they?
So aren't video games, and so aren't TV shows and motion pictures.
I would think that live concerts would be perfect for that technology because you'll be right on stage with the band. You can turn around to the drummer.
Absolutely. So I'm about to introduce you to the one and only extraordinaire Ron Volz. Here he is.
Ron Volz, VOLZ.
VOLZ.
That's what I thought. Okay. And he told me you were the roadie for Alice Cooper band during the entire 70s, right?
The entire 70s. I was hired in June of 1970 by Shep Gordon.
Okay, so tell us about the Guillotines. How did you meet them?
Well, I met him at the Black Dome in
In
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati, that's where I'm from. Ludlow, Kentucky. Right? Jim Tarbell. You know Jim Tarbell? He became the mayor of Cincinnati. I did an interview with him. All right, so let me ask you about the Black Dome. And the legend is that that they got a standing ovation at the Black Dome. They moved into a house in Clifton that turned out to be a fraternity house they got kicked out of. You found it for them.
Oh my God.
But it was a fraternity house, and someone tricked you into telling you it was a place they could rent, right?
Yes, there was an empty house there. I remember knocking on the door, talking to a guy, seeing if we could rent the house, and the band could stay there. And they were playing at the Black Dome. The guy said yes, and I rented the house. At that time, we paid the first month's rent. We were there almost 2 weeks, and that was it. And then these fraternity guys came in. It was a fraternity house, and they wanted to know what we were all doing living there. And they were mad, and they were pissed off, and they started like telling us you had to get
the fuck out of here, we're frat boys.
They were bullying us, and of course,
big bad Bearcats.
We had long hair, you know what the band looked like. They wore eye makeup, and Neil with all his bracelets and jewelry. And
I heard Neil was hanging from the rafters at the Black Dome during that show. That he hung upside down from the rafters.
Was at the Ludlow Garage.
The Ludlow Garage. Okay, right. I get those two things confused.
Actually, the song 18 was partially written at this.
That was my next question. What songs were written when they lived in Cincinnati?
Well, it was the song 18.
I wrote Black Juju in Cincinnati, the lyrics.
Yeah, that's the one I arranged for that we had all the trouble with. Because I was trying.
What inspired you to do Black Juju?
Black Juju was, I wanted to write a song that would be a vehicle for Alice's dark character. And I wanted to do that ever since we stopped doing Fields of Regret, which was the song that Alice started developing that character on. And so I came up with the bass riff first, and then I didn't want to write the lyrics until I was in the right mood, but I was in the attic of this big fraternity house in Cincinnati, and it was very creepy and dark with sunlight kind of coming through, and I was thinking Edgar Allan Poe.
Oh yeah.
And so I just started writing the lyrics and took them to Alice, and then before the band ever arranged the songs or anything, we played it live on national television at the Midsummer Rock Festival. We discussed the arrangement in the car on the way to the show.
I think I saw something on YouTube, a live concert where you did that. It was like a festival or something. I think it was in Cincinnati.
It was the Midsummer Rock Festival.
In Cincinnati, right?
In Cincinnati.
Right, yeah, there's footage of that.
It was at the baseball stadium. I think
Crossley Field. Before it was Riverfront Stadium, it was Crossley Field.
I think there was a baseball strike, and they decided to cover the festival in lieu of no baseball game. And we performed a song we had never played together before on national television. That's how fearless we were. Like, we wore clear plastic pants so we could get arrested and get in the newspaper.
The Inquirer.
That didn't work.
Oh no.
But I wore those pants at that show. Wake up, hydrate, and get drunk.
What's your favorite song ever?
I love Sweet Thing by Van Morrison off of the Astral Weeks album.
Oh. Well, what's your favorite ACG song then? Alice Cooper song.
Oh my gosh. That's impossible. I like Halo Flies. I think it was very inventive. It's impossible to pick a favorite song.
I love the way Joe does Alice's songs. He's a good singer. He's got.
I love working with Joe and Albert and Tish and Snooky, the darlings of the demented. There they are. They appear from out of nowhere.
Tish and Snooky, the sick fucks.
Yeah. Sick fuck you.
Which is amazing. It's mind-boggling. They went from a hole in the wall in the village in New York City, and here, that's a picture of them.
Oh wow!
And
did you think you'd be here today? That you'd still be doing this now?
I never think it. We didn't even know if we'd be alive.
then singing with Blondie, their band, the Sick Fox, every band in New York City that needs great background singers calls them.
You guys don't get out here that often? But you opened this store 10 years ago, right? Is that?
Yeah. We do it by Braille or whatever.
Yeah. Is this store doing well?
Yeah.
We've been 10 years. That's a long time to be on Melrose.
Well, we were first on Venice Beach. And
Oh, right. She was telling me that. Right. Do you like this location better? Or? Yeah.
I mean, I like Venice Beach.
But these are your people. This is.
These are our people.
Yeah.
But at Venice Beach, we also had an upstairs little salon, and we used to sleep there. So we like.
Hey. So what was that about? It wasn't like a hired guy. It was loyalty from we had the best
It was
crew
family.
ever.
We were family.
At the Gillespie Estate, I've got pictures of our Christmas parties, and we all exchanged gifts, and it was cute. It was wonderful.
And then back in the days of early Hollywood, when we would play a gig and the exit door was spinning, and the people that would still be there and supporting us were like Monica here. Monica, everybody knows the Mommy, where's Daddy? That's Monica. She came to Chicago and we put her in front of a microphone in the studio. Yeah, and so many other people. I mean, it's just been a wonderful thing that people focus on the group and people focus on Alice, but it was a lot more than that got us here. And mostly it was all of you that got us here, and Cindy making the costumes, and her moral support. And it was a shoulder for everybody in the band to cry on once in a while, and she'd give us a knuckle sandwich once in a while. It continues to today. Here we are, we've got these wonderful friends, Tish and Snooky. Manic Panic is the most amazing American success story. They started a hole in the wall in the village. They put in $250 each. How do they display their high heels? They can't afford racks. They banged holes in the wall. They stuck the heels through. And here they are.
Genius!
Shipping worldwide. People in Japan. Oh, Robert Gordon. Okay, good. He's a genius. Anyway, thank you, everybody. Thank you so much.
Dennis. Thank you for all the music, Dennis.
Yeah, more to come.
Oh, more to come.
More to come. We're working on a new album now. Alice and Neil and Michael and I.
Awesome.
So hopefully.
So we'll see.
We'll be touring it. I don't know. We'll see.
Yay!
Thank you.
Thank you.
The Gillespie Estate.
The mansion where the band lived in Greenwich.
Oh, okay.
Connecticut.
And what memories do you have of that place?
Well, we were just talking about when it burned down.
It burned down. We no longer live there.
A fire in the sky.
I can tell you a story about when we moved in, because I drove a truck from Detroit, Michigan with Mike Graham with all the furniture.
And did it also have our Sacred Art in it?
No.
Gretchen was in it?
I don't think Gretchen was in the truck.
No? I thought she was.
What about the snake?
The snake?
Did you drive the snake around?
We had a different snake then. Neil kept
we
the
had
snake.
Kachina. We had Kachina then.
Neil had the snake then. We didn't have the snake in the truck. It was just Michael Graham and myself. And we were trying to find this address. Was it 10 Hill Road?
Yes.
10 Hill Road. I can't believe I haven't said that in 40 years.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, I have goosebumps. It's like 10 Hill Road. I remember when we found the gates. Late at night, it was dark.
There were these huge, giant
gates.
Oh.
They're not up there. But
Iron gates.
and so we pull in with the truck, and there's this giant stone wall, 12 feet tall.
Jeez.
And so we go in, we open the gates, and we go in. This is my grandma and myself. It's
My
dark.
grandma was another roadie.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So we've driven all the way from Detroit, and it's dark at night, and there's all these giant pine trees as you go down the long road, and we get to this mansion, this 35-room mansion, and we have the keys, so we go in, and it's just ridiculous. We open the door, it goes echo.
Oh, wow.
And we look over, and there's a giant ballroom. I'm saying this is at least 90 by 60.
With a fireplace you could walk into.
Yeah, there's a fireplace that if we were standing in the fireplace, then it would be here. So you could have a big fire as big as us.
Damn.
And there were these giant columns on either side. It was owned by Francesco Gallesi, who is because he's an Italian. He was a very popular Italian guy.
He was a businessman. He was like
He was a popular.
very handsome.
Oh, very handsome.
Yeah.
He had a limousine and he didn't even have his shoes on in the limousine. He only had his socks, but he was like.
That's how handsome he was.
So who do we have here?
Renee Rustin and Wendy Dio.
Wendy Dio.
Hi.
Wife of?
Yes.
Really? Wow. So you probably have some rainbow stories for us.
Of course I do.
Tell us something about Richie Blackmore. Have you ever seen him smile?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, I have.
Really? Tell us about that.
Ronnie always said I learned what to do and what not to do with Richie.
He had to watch himself, huh? Wow. So, do you see this as your new style?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. You would be a rainbow in the dark walking around like that.
No, this is Rainbow Eyes. So when they were playing Lost in Lime in a set, and they had a big pyramid set, and it had a big canvas thing that came down, and it used to go up, and then Vinny would be playing with smoke. Well, one day it didn't come up. The smoke was going, and he was dying up there because the thing didn't come up.
Oh my God.
And then in Rainbow Days, oh my goodness, we were recording in Chateau in France, and they would play tricks, and it's supposed to be a haunted castle, and they would tie like a cozy pal would tie a Coke can on a stick and bang on, and lower it down and bang on the window, and then there'd be nobody there. Then we all got a shock because we were doing a seance, and we all thought somebody was moving it and whatever. All of a sudden the glass just went round the round table, round and smashed on the floor. We all ran out screaming and never did the seance.
Playing with the dark side.
Yes, the dark side.
Well, you know, it's funny because Ronnie was around before the hairband days, and then he became a big part of the hairband era.
Yes.
Did you see a change happening in music or in him as it evolved?
He was always true to himself in the music. That's why he got fired from Rainbow. They wanted him to write more commercial, which he wouldn't. So he stuck to himself with the music. He did change with the hairstyles and everything else, but the music stayed consistent to what he was.
What did he think of Graham Bonnet? Did he like?
He was a great singer.
Did Ronnie like Graham Bonnet?
Song, a good friend.
Yeah, I think Graham Bonnet added a different sort of interesting.
It was different, and Jolene Turner too.
Yeah, but to me, Graham Bonnet was
well, Graham's a great singer.
Yeah.
Graham's a good
There was a
friend.
uniqueness to him.
Uniqueness. He's a good friend.
Because he doesn't have that look, and that's what's great about it.
No, he had a very.
He was like a disco singer doing rock and roll. I love that. Yeah.
Take this off.
So you're really hot.
Hello, Mrs. Dio.
Here I am.
Hello.
Well, the real Miss Dio.
Please stand up.
Oh my gosh, that was hot.
So this is John Lord's wife, right?
Oh, that's a friend of mine, Judith Lord.
Really?
The first wife is a good friend of mine.
Love John Lord.
Yeah, John was a very
unbelievable musician.
His daughter, Sarah, is my godchild.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Was he a nice guy? He just seemed like a
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Gentleman, true gentleman.
All right, we're gonna do Dennis's famous move. We're gonna call it the Dunaway, for want of a better term. All right, here we go. We got it. Ready?
1, 2, 3.
Oh yeah!
It's easier when I have my bass. I know that when we went to England and I saw a picture of David Bowie's album cover, he was doing that. I was really insulted that he was swiping my move.
Oh, he ripped off you guys in a lot of ways.
Dream, 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 dream. Dream, dream, dream when I want you in my arms and I want you and all your charms whenever I want you. All I have to do is dream. Dream, dream, dream when I feel blue in the night and I want you to hold me tight whenever I want you. All I have to do his dream.
Oh my God. The Everly Sisters. I don't believe. That was unbelievable.